combination. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown. They made a statement.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. You don't see this very often, an early onside kick when you have the lead. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. He's going to go for a big one. Brings it down on the right side. And that stiff arm is a weapon for this runner. He uses it and picks up a first down. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Grabbed in the middle, it's Williams. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Wants to throw on 3rd. He's got it on the run. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. Looking downfield, it's Milroe. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
It doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Caught near the sticks. It's Williams. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
PAT unit on the field. And it's up and good. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he's got it inside the 25. Touchdown Ducks! What a grab and go for the score.
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go route, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so they're not able to get back deep enough. They get run by, he makes the catch, and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top because this guy's speed is a problem.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. Just about set to kick it away. The returner will field it and try to do some business. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Alabama.
Just enough time for one more play here in the first quarter. Wants to throw. It's Milroe. Quarterback extends the play. Makes the grab. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter.
14, Alabama, 7.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Looking to move it through the air. He's got it. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
That's a real good-looking throw, and I know at Alabama recently they've had a lot of different quarterbacks, and they've also had a lot of different guys calling plays. But one thing that's never seemed to waver is how explosive the offense has been, and the big reason is because of the efficient play they've had consistently year in, year out at the quarterback position as well. They recruited extremely well. They coach these guys up. And this is a guy who loves football, loves the X's and O's, and you're seeing it translate onto the field right now.
The receiver on the jet sweep. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. The Tide with the 1st and 10. They'll try the outside to the left. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. You saw in that last play their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut down that sweep play.
Yeah, and it's also hard when you get in the red because what do we do on defense? We bring in all the big bodies, so there's not a lot of space in there to run. I like getting the ball in the perimeter. You toss it out there, you're running back. He gets out there faster. Got a positive game. Still a couple plays here left, too.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Scrambling away. He'll get rid of it. He makes a grab. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Alabama!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
Lining up for the PAT. Splits the uprights. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down. Looking to throw, it's Gabriel. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. The Ducks want to move quickly.
At the 42. And that's a first down for the offense.
Going up top on first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. This is ultra aggressive. Still in the first half, got the lead and going for the onside kick. They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back.
It's one thing to be aggressive. It's another thing to be greedy, and that's what they're doing now. They've got the lead, and they're like, no, we're still going to go onside kick this thing and try to maintain possession and just not give you the ball back. And that's exactly what they did. They go out, they execute, they have it, and they're trying to add insult to injury.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Makes his man miss. Discards a man. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. He's going to pass. Buying some time as he moves left. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. Now 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Ducks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
And the extra point is good. They already have the lead, and they apparently want more here in the first half, going for the onside kick.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
They'll start this drive with a pass. Moving out of the pocket. Fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now 1st and goal. And now a chance not only to come to the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. Looking for a man. It's Milroe. Steps away. And they're barely able to stop the score. They'll mark it at the 1.
I really like the play by the quarterback. Very, very smart. Listen, early in the downs, golden go situation. Drop back. You don't see it right away. Tuck it and get positive yards. Make that next down easier so I can try to get a little bit closer to the goal line and I can get that touchdown. Headsy play by the QB.
He'll go to the draw. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown tie. Lining up to add another. And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Coming out with it, it's Whittington. Just an outstanding return there and really sets up his offense nicely. Just enough time to get one more snap before the half. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Back to throw, it's Gabriel. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Tide offense rolls onto the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stop.
He got it, and he will score. Touchdown, Bama. Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that ball. Nice job.
And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the third. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Whittington. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
They'll give him a couple that leaves him with 3rd and 8.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So,
and that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. The Ducks want to crank the tempo. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Blasted as he lets it go. The incomplete pass, 4th down, fails, and they'll turn it over.
Man, that takes some serious onions. Backed up inside your own 10, and you're going for it on 4th down. No dice.
The back goes in motion. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature, and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. They're up 35-28. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Unleashes to the end zone. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a penalty flag. Did they get the receiver for a push-off?
And the offensive player had to commit pass interference on that play. You saw the defender jump the throw. The defender was in position to make an interception, so the offensive player had to do something to break it up.
Back to throw, it's Milroe. Looking to the big tight end. And that pass is intercepted. They got him down pretty quickly after the pick, but now they've got it at the 15-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palma, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here. Just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Fires downfield. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Dances away. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. It is perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Well, they're able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. Would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession to give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get it.
He'll bring it out. It's Whittington. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops following and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. And the Ducks moving quickly to the line.
Receiver, he was double covered on that play, and still the QB tried to force it over to him.
Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And a big return after the INT. Welcome to upstate New York, Syracuse University, and under the dome today we have a terrific clash in store. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a team from the ACC, the Syracuse Orange. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. Fielded in the end zone. It's Pena. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Looking for a productive play on first down. He'll start this drive firing. He finds his man.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Here comes the offense on second down. Looking to pass. It's McCord. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He makes a catch. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. And how about taking a big chunk out of this defense on the opening drive?
And with the speed they have on the perimeter, Reese, no doubt, they want to come out here and test this secondary, test these DBs, and they know they've got the QB with the arm talent to get the ball there. That's a great start for this offense.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. Trying to take it back. The 40, the 30. He's at the 10, and he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Alabama!
How oftentimes can you say that there is a safety who is the most dangerous guy on the field with the ball in his hands? Did you see that guy and his ability in the open field once he picked it off? There was nobody on offense even coming close to getting that guy down. What an athlete.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
To throw, it's McCord. Keeps looking downfield. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage.
Trying to get behind the defense. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
Yeah, he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for this offense.
Looking deep down the right side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Takes a hit as he fires. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up. Offense in an empty set. Trying to start the drive with a pass. He'll fire to his right. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sent it the other way.
Well, he started rolling to his right, and because of that, it allowed the defender some time to close the distance between himself and the intended target, and his speed got him to the point, and he was able to come away with the pick.
He's got an open man. Can anyone catch him? Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's McCord. Moves away as he feels pressure. Unleashes one. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver. After that flag, they spot the ball inside the 20. It's 1st and 10. Gets it out quickly.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the spot.
He's looking for a man on second down. Dances away to buy time. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hatcher. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Looking to throw for it. Extending the play. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. First down to start the drive after the break. He wants to throw. Dances away from the heat. He chucks one out to the right. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Syracuse right back at it. Soft spot in the middle. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Fires on the move. Got his man to the left. Seizing that open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Forced out of the pocket. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he'll be smacked to the ground. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Grabbed behind the line. It's Pena. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing the press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last one.
Touchdown, Syracuse. That is the ultimate grab and go for the score. On to attempt the try. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just trucks through it. Tide offense rolls onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
That's the way to start a drive, and now they'll try to follow up on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Milrow. Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. Alabama pushing the tempo. Quarterback will audible. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown tie!
This offense is so explosive, they can change the scoreboard in a flash. You just saw that on that drive.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. Fielded in the end zone, it's Pena. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly.
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. Got it in the middle, it's Hatcher. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
And a great job by the linebacker. You could tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there on the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. Got room on the return. He's at the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Bama! And this defense coming out with points of their own. What an interception return. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Dropping back, it's McCord. Gets rid of it. And he was flat and missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On second down, he'll let it fly. They're bringing heat. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to them, and it forced the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Well, they're trying to pounce on their opponent with the lead in the second half, trying to steal a possession, but give the return team credit. They may not have been set up perfectly for that onside kick, but they're Johnny on the spot, and now their offense is licking their chops, hoping to go down and score.
Here comes that Alabama offense. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger, and we might have already knocked them.
He's going to throw deep right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, man, I mean, you don't get more wide open than that, right? Big fella running down the field, nobody near him. Quarterback puts it on him. Just got to make the catch.
quickly to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Alabama quickly back to the line. Back to pass, it's Milroe. Just a short pass to the tight end. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on fourth down.
Coming into this one, I thought this guy was going to be a monster. He was going to put up huge numbers. We know this is a big part of the offense week in, week out. The defense has done a great job clamping down.
Hits him in stride inside the 10. Welcome to the Old Horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy, home of the Ohio State Buckeyes and one of the great settings in all of college football. Boy, the scarlet and gray already rocking this house. We've got a top 25 showdown in this one. Both teams with an opportunity to get a statement victory. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Buckeyes will kick it off to get us underway. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. First down here for the offense. For jet sweep pass. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
And how about setting the tone right there? Like, you're going to cover this guy coming across the field, get it to him early on the first drive, let him know this playmaker is going to be touching the ball early and often. He picks up the ball.
And they got him for the sack.
That's a bad sign for the offense. You're trying to throw screen passes to try to negate the pass rush from the defense. That time the pass rush even got home on a screen pass.
Scanning the field, it's Milroe. Slings it downfield. It's caught. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Alabama pushing the tempo.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there.
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's Ballard. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. First down here for the offense. Wide out in motion. They'll throw it on first down. Might be looking to run. On the run, fires downfield. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Man, and that's one he probably wants back. And sometimes you underestimate the speed of your guy or how fast he gets out there. And you could tell just threw that a little bit too far. His receiver didn't have the jets to go catch up with that.
And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. As they unpack the pile, it's part of Ohio State's DNA to have a lethal running game.
And this is a trend, Reese. We can go back as long as you want to go back, and we can go back a couple years to J.K. Dobbins, and we can go all the way back to Eddie George. They always find great running backs at Ohio State.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. The give to the back. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
I think you run that play on second down knowing it's going to make third down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know third down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
They'll try to get it through the air. Buying some time. He's going to run it. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
Quarterbacks have a hard job. They got to drop back and try to see the whole field and then see the rush coming to him. But you could tell he did a really good job scrambling outside the pocket, improvising, making a play with his feet, and then getting the first down.
Back to pass, it's Sayin. Flushed out of the pocket. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there. They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. The Buckeyes are in the hurry up. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Love the effort on defense that time. That looked like that was going to be a completion downfield, but the physicality of the defender jarred the ball loose.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On fourth down, going to the air. And they can't connect. A costly turnover on down.
Man, that is a big-time drop right there. Fourth down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the first down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe it.
And he's feeling the heat, and he will go down. Final play of the first quarter, and not the way he wanted to end it. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. This is a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Milroe. Grabs it in the middle. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What did you do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Throws for the tight end. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
Yeah, I don't know how to explain that one. 4th down and long. The percentages are low anyways. And on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Offense, quick tempo. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Working on the right. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that. They've moved it into scoring territory. 1st and 10 from the 11. Single back formation, and they give it to him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. He's looking to throw. Buys a little time with his feet. Got out of trouble and throws. He fires back across the field, and it's intercepted. Taking it the other way. The 30. Inside the 10. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. Bringing it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, David, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
To the air, it's Howard. Getting some heat. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Caught, close to the marker, it's Ibuka. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The sure hands, it's Ibuka. Still on his feet at the 45. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. This drive's been productive so far. Already picked up a couple of first downs, now out close to midfield. Comes out throwing on first down. Trying to make magic with his feet.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Looking to throw on second down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
And that is your job. The O-line has to protect their quarterback. That's the most important position on the field. You got to make sure you keep him upright. You got to do a better job.
On third down, he drops to throw. Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop or go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Quarterback checking off. Looking to go up top on first down. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. To the air, it's Milroe. Throws to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air. Offense, man, they're lucky that one wasn't picked.
Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. And that pass picked off. The ball's free. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They start this third quarter, one-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Well, it's an unfortunate drop by the tight end there, and he's a guy they just have not been able to get him involved in this football game. We're here in the second half, and this guy still doesn't have a catch.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Just refused to take it out of reverse, got caught for the safety, and he might spend some time on the bench after that one.
Yeah, and sometimes you get confused and you get lost where you're out of the field, but not that far. And I don't know how to explain this. I would love to give you words and break this down and be like, this is what he was thinking. I don't know what he was thinking.
They'll boot it away from their own 20 after taking the safety. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen.
Going for the big play. Got it in stride at the 15. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown Tide.
Well, we know this offense can score points in a variety of ways. You saw it in the first half, and here we go in the second half. They're explosive. They've got playmakers all over the field, and they waste no time putting up another touchdown.
Trying to pound it in. Into the end zone he goes for the 2, and now they lead by 3 possessions. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Ohio State, 7.
On the move from inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line.
First and 10.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points, and our defense hasn't played great.
He's got it down the right side. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
This guy just is so comfortable running routes, and he has such a good feel for those soft spots on defense there. They're playing zone coverage, so he's able to find that pocket, make it easy on his quarterback, and they pick up the first down.
Coming after it. Still running at the 40. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
To the air. It's Howard. Pocket starts to collapse. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up.
Second and large.
They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Tips, deflections, those are such good things for defense. A lot of times they lead to interceptions and big plays. Just try to get any kind of disruption you can.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. They're setting up the screen. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Coming up, fourth down.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Gonna take a shot at this DB. Can't hook up on the long. Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. What a potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. From inside the 15, here's the return. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Line gets set, first down. They'll go to the toss. At the 40, there he goes. And eventually taken down, but what about that spin move? Gives him the first down yardage.
Well, you see a great individual effort there that time, and you can see the skills this guy has, and he just reminds me sometimes of the great Ohio State backs we've seen in the past, right? You think of Archie Griffin and his 2 Heisman trophies, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins. This guy right here with his skill set, he's got the chance to be the next great Buckeye back.
The passing game continues to be prolific, and as much as Ohio State has been built on toughness, they've been built recently on the efficient passing game.
I mean, so many good quarterbacks, and you know you're going to get great play calling, great...
And the ball is picked off. He'll try to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. So the opening drive of the game, and you spit it up. That's not the way to get things started.
Coaches are always preaching about not committing penalties and winning the turnover battle. So you're able to go on this first drive, and you're doing a couple positive things, and then turn it over, not the start this offense wanted.
Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
And now on second down for this offense. The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. Now facing a third and long. Looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe. And how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get. Timeout. The defense is the first one they've used this half. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Looking to move it through the air. Got it in the middle. It's Haynes. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
Guys have the backfield now. It's not just run the ball downhill anymore. We got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to
bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. Fires to the end zone. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with the score. Alabama quickly back to the line. On 4th down, trying to find his man. He's got it, and they convert. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
That's a great example of a receiver knowing exactly where the 1st down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh set of downs.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Now on 2nd and goal. They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Bama!
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the 2nd level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So they moved the ball 43 yards on that drive, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. Coming out with it, it's Ibuka. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
And a really nice setup here to take a shot if they want. 3 receivers to the right. Grab behind the line. It's Scott. Up near the 40-yard line. They'll mark it at the 39 to pick up a 15. As they get set to snap it just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking for a man. It's Howard. He finds a dead spot in the middle. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37.
That's the end of the fourth. Score Alabama 7, Ohio State 0.
They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Oh, man. The quarterback almost just threw his 2nd interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
quickly to the line. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Ohio State. Reeled it in and just made the house call. Getting set for the point after. Right down the middle. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away.
Number 38, set to kick this one away.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes that Alabama offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch it.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He's going to pass. Shoots it to the left. It's complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Dropping back, it's Howard. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
The incompletion on first down leaves them with 2nd and 10 from the 43. Quick strike complete. Makes a grab, and he's dragged down. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. They're going to throw it again. Using the quick game. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Love the coverage on the back end by the defense on that play. In these scramble-type situations, the quarterback's rolling out to his right. Everything breaks down, and it really gets hard on these defenders to have to stay with their man, but a good job there by the defense.
Steps away to find some room. Lets it fly. He throws back across his body, and it's picked off. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
At the 45 on his way. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Alabama pushing the tempo. Looking downfield, it's Milroe. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. After the misfire, now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
Man, that is picture-perfect cover zero. When I play cover zero, I'm bringing pressure, and that ball's going to come out. Look at the defense. Ready for that ball to come out of the quarterback's hand. Nice job breaking on the football and going and making the interception.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Moving away from pressure. Caught over the middle. It's Tate. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Using his legs to buy some time. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Trying to get to it. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. A 3rd and long coming up here. Looking downfield, it's Howard. Deep shot for the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Motion from the offense. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. He'll take another shot here. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail.
And aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Man, how about that? You come out of the locker room, you just had a little bit of a break, you rested, you told your club we're going to come out, and now we're going to be aggressive. We're going to kick an onside even though we're winning and you failed. Now this defense better step up and respond.
A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. They'll put it in play from the 27, 1st down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Snags it. They will score. Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Offense set on first down. Running back searching for a hole. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to throw. It's Klubnik. Zings it complete to the right. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The RPO, fire complete to the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
Second down coming up. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Looking to pass on second down. Catch in the middle. It's set. Makes the stop at the 49. Give him 5 yards on the play and a first down. The Tigers are flying down the field. Back to the air one more time. Quickly complete. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game. But when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
It's a thing at Clemson to run downhill, literally, usually when they enter the stadium. But sometimes it feels like this running game's doing that.
They run down the hill, and a lot of times they don't stop, Reese, because they keep the tempo and they keep the foot on the gas, and that's what Clemson's kind of built this offense on is tempo, trying to wear you out, and they slip in the run game, the passing game, and running QB, and so many things to look at.
Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Maffa. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football and try to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And that is no good. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it.
You can't miss opportunities like that. They're playing on the road in a hostile environment. You're trying to seize momentum right out of the gate. You get a nice drive to start the game, and then you miss the field goal. You don't get any points to show for that. If they're going to win this one.
Fires and picked off. Takes it the other way. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He'll keep it himself. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. The run from the shotgun. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
They're getting this guy lathered up. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Caught in the backfield, it's Maffa. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Fair catch, called for and made. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again.
He's going to let it go. Makes the grab inside the 30. He's loose down the middle. Touchdown, Alabama! And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching.
And man, is that perfect timing. You can tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the breadbasket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. This offense has a second down play. looking to throw. It's Klubnik. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously so he's outside the tackle box. He moved to throw it away as long as it got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Snagged in the middle. It's sacked. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
Makes the catch. It's Williams. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
To the air on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's sacked. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him too?
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
He's there to make the stop. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes. Nowhere.
From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Looking for a man. It's Klubnik.
Got him.
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confuse the quarterback a little bit, force them to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Needing to convert, Clemson comes to the line. Running back goes in motion. Quick timeout called by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Clemson.
Clemson looking to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
And sometimes the best defense is a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. Pretty good defense, but you take those breaks in.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They'll throw it on first down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it won't make the connection going for the big play.
And this is the quarterback. You're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here.
Right.
Trying to get it himself. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. So he just lost track of where the line of scrimmage was. The illegal forward pass will wave off the play. Penalty will be accepted. Just enough time for one final play of the half. On Going back to the well, another deep ball. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. You're going to find out here.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, the defense had the perfect play call on there. Offense trying to go toss into the boundary, but the defense dialed up the corner blitz. Perfect play for the perfect moment. They get the tackle for loss.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Back to throw, it's Milroe. Fires to the wideout. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Makes the catch, he's got enough. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. He's looking to throw it. Going for it all. Touchdown time! And that one will give him the lead. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they cap it off with a 32-yard touchdown pass. He'll call for the fair catch here. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that. But your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense just didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you've got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
Flushed out of the pocket. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. This time he's got it. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there in that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
They'll run it to the right. Only a couple
continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
On third down, going up top. Fires into traffic, picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Hey, look, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him. But really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
Looking to throw, it's Milrow. Unleashes one deep. And he's got it! Touchdown, Bama! They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. On first down, here comes this offense. Power football with the run. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Slings it. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly where this play. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Bowls his way forward. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And once he got loose, it was all over.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. The kickoff unit about to go to work. Fair catch called for and made. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his man, it's Maffa. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Two minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. The back goes in motion. Back to throw, it's Klubnik. He's taking a
That'd be
deep
good.
shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge game in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
He'll off one deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
10 or you
If they
10.
can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum.
I don't think I ever hit 10.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. They want to just keep throwing it. He's going up
Give me
top
that.
here late in the game. And it's picked
I
off for
already
the
went out of
third
bounds.
time today.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs.
He tries to take the top off. Catch and stride inside the 15. Touchdown, Alabama! And the punishment has been extended.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. At this point, it really hasn't been your best day. Just try to find something to build on here at the end, David.
Yeah, just try to keep fighting. Show your kids you're going to keep fighting.
He lofts one down the sideline. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Using his feet to buy time. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nice run there. Picks up a few. They'll force him out of bounds. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Looking to pass. It's Klubnik. Got his man quickly. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. Going up top on first down. Throws to the tight end. He got a hand in there. Knocks it away. Incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Oh shit.
Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running.
What's up, bro?
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He's going to take off. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground.
He wanted you to let the
The
clock
offense
go
gets
out
a quick
easy.
timeout at this point. Every second is precious. Despite failing earlier on fourth down, they will try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got him and they convert. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. He'll come out throwing on first down. Still looking on the move. And he will wisely scamper out of bounds. No need to take unnecessary hits.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled.
Good
Strung it
defense.
out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage from that QB run.
Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Right down the middle. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, Clemson.
And the Tigers will try to convert on fourth down.
Griffin. 3:25.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down.
Oh,
Got it past the marker. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
25 on the play. And that's good enough for a first down.
Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You've got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate a start to finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
stats. Look at these stats. Ooh, we got 10 on YouTube. It's a record, boy. Let's see. 18 offense. Really ain't passed that much. Reception. Appreciate everybody watching. If y'all don't mind, y'all go follow on Twitch too. Let me update the stream. Now 5-0 tonight. Load another one. Y'all feel free to hit that sub button too. Appreciate you for the sub, Rudy.
Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Titletown, some call it. A moniker
And I
that
think for
many
it to show up
claim,
like that, you
but
gotta
this
be
city
you gotta have an
lives
account.
thanks to the Alabama Crimson Tide. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out
Got
and tell
11.
about it. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. A first down for the offense. Reads it, fires complete. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
It's a really nice looking throw. This dude is a weapon in this offense at the quarterback position. It's so funny. I think back to guys like Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron, guys that may or may not have unfairly been tabbed as game man.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. To throw, it's Milroe. They're trying to get to it. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Wide open downfield. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch past the sticks. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. Alabama quickly back to the line.
That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to be, and there you go. First half.
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. They've got it first and goal from the 7, looking for the first score of this game. From the gun. Got it. He's down at the 1. They almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Now the offense tries to punch it in on second and goal. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And now after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. And he goes down after making the grab. Picks up a few, but still short of the first down.
Man, and that's just making it way too easy on the defense. They're laughing at that short. They're like, really? Okay, we'll just make an easy tackle and jog our punt return team out on the field. We're going to make it that easy for us.
Trying to punch it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown tie.
Hey, man, if we're going to show up here and play this game, we're not kicking field goals early. We didn't come here to just lay up. They drive the field. They get it down fourth and goal. Field goal would have been easy. Head coach decides to go for it, and the offense pays off the decision with a touchdown.
And the extra point makes it 7-0.
Ooh.
And the shot to the middle of
Great
the field
catch.
falls to the turf. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it.
Mm-mm.
And that's
Nope.
incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the
What
ball
you
to the
doing?
ground. Fourth down coming up.
And money down
That's
to
just
free
gonna go
some
for it.
defenses really understand where the sticks are, play great pass defense,
What the
know
fuck you
what's
doing
coming,
over this,
and
dude?
get off the field.
The Longhorns will try to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Floating away. Fires into traffic and picked off. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 38.
Man, that is just great awareness by the big fella up front defensively. He did a good job just reading the quarterback's eyes. He knew where he was going with the football, and he's like, hey, this interception's not just for the little fast guys. Us big guys can get it done too.
They'll run it.
Hmm.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, boom, and making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
Looking deep. And it's caught
Can't be
inside the
me.
15. They make the stop, but
Right.
there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. He just lost track of where he was on the field. Entire body past the line of scrimmage. Illegal forward pass, and they will pack him up. Unloads to the
Ooh.
wideout.
That's a snag.
Over the middle. It's Bernard. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
And listen,
12
the defense
people
knew
in this
coming into
one.
this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Now facing a 2nd and 10 from the 28 after that last incompletion. Quarterback checking the play. Dropping back, it's Milrow. Quarterback on the move, still
Touchdown.
looking. He'll
Let's
let
go.
one go down the right side. Touchdown, Bama! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. He'll bring it out. It's Bolden. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard, you're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum, cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to
A
create
little bit
that
behind.
momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third
13
quarter. You've got
people.
one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start racing and chipping away
Appreciate
at
all
this
y'all for
deficit.
watching.
This could be where the game turns right here.
Wants to throw on first down. He'll pull it down. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just cut the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, to get down and don't take a big hit.
Got a man. It's Blue. Still running at the 40. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it on first down.
Oh shit, I switched people.
Fires to the tight end. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends just so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or
sir.
Well, the offense has made it known on this drive. They're trying to throw the football. They're going to let this quarterback go to work. The defense does a great job winning up front. They get the sack and try to slow this momentum down.
On third and long,
That's a good call.
and they will score. Touchdown! Needed life from this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
Now, he needs something to go right. If you're down, play, you got to get your team back in. Great start, keep chipping away.
And after the extra point, they cut the lead at half, down 14-7. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Here he comes with the return. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. 30 seconds away in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. The receivers often will run their route based on the side adjustment. Comes out throwing on first down. Now he'll
Bro,
throw one loose
this
back
shit
to
was
the
wide open.
And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down. And second down's coming
Got
up.
at least a field
Running
goal
out of
line.
time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Quarterback moving.
Oh my
Looking
god,
for a
bro.
deep man.
Still
And they couldn't
that.
connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? Remember, if your entire body is past the line of scrimmage when you throw the football, that's a penalty. He was, and the penalty will be accepted. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. He'll bring it out. It's Golden. He's brought down to the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The offense lining up for a first down play. Use the play fake. Down a throw.
What the hell?
They're working that left side. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and get it down.
They'll run play action.
Yes, sir.
And a sack all the way back at the 5. And it is hardly a big surprise that this Alabama defense is hitting hard and making their presence felt in the backfield.
Yeah, it's what they built their brand on. They built it on physicality and stopping the run. And you've seen over the last several years, too. After they do that, they come after your quarterback, and they try to get that sucker on the ground.
Feeling some
Yes,
heat.
sir.
And he ends up taking a safety.
You could tell the defense
Good
smelled it.
play
They
call
knew
right there.
exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
He will make the fair catch just a few yards shy of midfield. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they
Yoink.
A strike downfield. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Well, offensive coordinators put in countless hours every week trying to formate and use different personnel groupings and shifts and motions to give their offense success on third down. You can tell in this game, this offensive coordinator, he has put in the work this week.
They're going back to the ground. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Takes this handoff and headed to the right. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped a really big play.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
What a play by the defender there, guys. In his own end zone, the offense is taking a shot, and if that defender was just one step behind, that would have been a touchdown, but the hit forces the incompletion.
Got it in the middle, it's Haynes. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! And they take it in for 6 more points. Looking for the 2-point try. Gets it out fast. He gets into the end zone for the 2, and that is big. It's now a 3-possession game. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The offense set for a first down play. Movement here from the tight end. Leaves it with the back. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Scanning the field, it's Ewers. Looking to the big
Good
tight
pass.
end. Gonna throw it to the right. He's got his man.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their
Come on.
laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Hauls it in. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down to the 42. The Longhorns with the first and 10. Looking to move it through the air. He'll try to do it himself. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They got it down to the 21.
This guy just gives you nightmares. He's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
Pulls it in. It's on.
Wow.
Got enough space. Touchdown, Longhorn. What a catch and run for 6.
Quarterback's ability to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football.
14 people.
So he can get run after the catch. Get in the end
Appreciate
zone.
everybody
Looks
for
like a nice
watching
job
the
by
game, bro.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And I think a lot of people are going to go, why do you run the route short? You know, like you got to run that route into the end zone so when he catches it, he gets credit for the 2-point play. But they're stopped short, no points.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Henderson.
Go for it. Up 11.
Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Pressure coming. He's going to run it.
Get that motherfucker, bro.
Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. First down for this offense. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He wants to start this
God
drive
damn.
with a pass. And the defense gets to the quarterback. Alabama pushing the tempo. On second down, just keeps firing.
First
Gonna
one.
let it fly.
Oh, gotta
He's
take
got
that
it
one.
inside the 15. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. Alabama comes to the line with a first and goal. Going to the draw. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Alabama! That score looks as if this one might have put it a little too far out of reach.
Yeah, this game is pretty much over. That was just the icing on the cake. But, you know, speaking of cake, I'm kind of hungry. Can we get out of here? Can we finish this game so I can go get something to eat?
And the extra point was good. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Bolden. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Texas offense. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful night. I mean, just not functioning well on offense. Defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids.
Going up top.
God damn, he got it.
Into double coverage, and he picked it off. Got some room to run. And they'll drag him down after.
Change that number. Another one. That's for sure.
The Buckeyes trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes. It just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. The returner will field it and try to
Oh, we
set
got
up
it
his
out.
offense
We got it
in
out.
good position. He gets a
We
block.
out of there.
He's on the loose. And there he goes.
Yes, sir.
He'll take it to the house. Touchdown tie. Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle it, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
And those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you can tell, takes it out, good blocking, give them a little crease, and you can see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer was going to kick. No. You see the fast guy. You see an open space, and boom, easy.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
It's really important for them moving forward too to have a lot of balance,
That
right?
shit
You want to be able to
D-line.
keep this defense guessing.
Yeah, you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Find his tight end. Really good
Put it in
concept
the middle
there
of
to
some
get things
field.
going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. It makes life really easy on me on 2nd down.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
Throw it, he can buy time, he can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop him. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this 1st quarter. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Now he's looking to throw it. That's reeled in. It's Judkins. Got some room, headed to the
God
goal
damn.
line. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Let me
Made the
stop this
snag and
dude.
drove his way into the end zone. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished it off with an exclamation point, running it in from the 19. He'll bring it back from inside his 5.
Bro, no way.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, what vision. This guy makes you hold your breath when he
Crazy,
gets the
I got
football
2
in
back
his
to
hand,
back.
and that last line of the coverage
A little
team,
bit
the
faster.
only thing that stopped him from housing it. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He wants to throw. Fires for the end zone.
Oh my God.
And it's caught.
Goodbye.
Alabama. And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play.
Yes, sir.
After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. He'll try to tack on one more.
15.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Henderson. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has, and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one coming in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heel.
Oh, that's me. Oh my God.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little number checking to make sure. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the finisher coming on that 42-yard touchdown
16.
toss.
Y'all feel free to like, subscribe, all that. Appreciate everybody for watching. Most ever had any other time.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes that Alabama
Pressing
offense.
again.
The way this game started, you feel as if you have to
Like
score a
that.
touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense.
I try to throw away.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Quarterback will audible. To the air, it's Milrow. Buys a little extra time.
Come on, man.
Masterful work in that
Going to the
sideline
ball.
and getting the throwdown for the catch.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds. He can live to play another day here on his run.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here.
Oh my God.
Get to him as he throws.
Bruh.
And he intercepts it. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown,
I'm so unlucky.
This is a defense that prides itself on getting turnovers, and it starts with the pass rush. It was
Right
the
before the
quarterback
fucking
that
half.
forced the throw to not be as accurate as the QB would have liked. Nice job in the back end, securing the interception, and then taking care of business.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to
This
try
might be
to
my
score
first
again
loss.
after the pick 6. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they could have stopped the rapid turn at the 22. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Running out of time here in the first half. They do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this
Oh,
drive.
you gotta
Down in the game,
get
obviously
some
a lot of
speed
football
on
life,
that.
David, but on this drive, this two-man situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Alabama quickly back to the line. On second down, they'll take to the air.
One round.
Take a shot. And they can't look up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field of play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
To the air. It's Milrow. Unloads to the right. It's gone downfield. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Alabama comes to the line with first and 10. Quarterback checking off. Looking to pass inside the red zone.
Just can't let him score before half.
Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the capper
strip sack there, man.
And the quarterback goes down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first half. And the Buckeyes will kick it off to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5.
Ooh, I had a
Nice
hole.
job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes that Alabama offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. They've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think
Nah, he's out of bounds.
It's caught, and what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline.
That's a really nice job plugging.
That shit definitely was not
I know if another school has
on
done
his
as
head.
good a job as Alabama in recent years as bringing in top-level talent at the wide receiver position. You think of guys like Julio Jones,
That's
Amari
crazy.
Cooper, Jerry Jeudy,
He's
Devontae
definitely out of
Smith.
bounds.
This guy, he looks like he could be on the field with all those guys, too. He's got speed. He's got the ability to poke the football out of the air. What a big-time weapon. How nice is it to play quarterback with this guy on offense?
Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. It has been said that the other team's quarterback must go down, and he must go down hard. And he did.
and often is good too. The most you can get to him, but great job by the defense, rushing the quarterback, understanding pass, and getting the big fella on the ground.
Off the RPO, complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Alabama pushing the tempo. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking for a man. It's Milrow. Quarterback adapting. He throws one to the left.
Come on, bro. Let me jump.
Across his body, and it's intercepted. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Looking to go up top on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
Fuck.
Looking down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's there to make the stop, and the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
This is so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second half.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. Tackle was made after the first down.
Defense, what are we doing? How are you going to let that guy, one of the best receivers in the entire country, be wide open like that? You're just making it way too easy for the offense.
Steps away.
Dude, he making a
Nothing open
mistake.
downfield, so he'll just toss it away. They'll go back to work after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 36. Here's the handoff. He's shown it all there. A little looseness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line.
Oh, you need to catch that.
Nice
I need that.
defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Defense will always try to get some tips. Break on the football, get a tip, get it up in the air. Nice job by the player breaking the football, forcing the completion.
On the gun, the running back has it. They get him down, and
Can't
that'll
stop
be the
it.
final play of the third period. First down to start the drive after the break. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. The clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. They beat him again. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. You got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
On third and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. Tackled, but he has a first down.
And if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
On the run, it's Henderson. Give him about a yard on the play. It's down at the 10. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Gets it out quickly. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Everything went right on that play except the receiver going out of bounds. It's late in the fourth. You've got the lead. You're just trying to bleed the clock as much as
I
possible.
can't stop it.
Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You did your job, got points, now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of the business.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, trying to burn this defensive back.
Come on. I needed
And
that.
this is dropped. Incomplete
You
pass.
had
He
it.
had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
The offense has got to find something here. You can tell, pressing
You
a little
never
bit. They
make this
need that
fuck
big
up.
play. They want that big play to try to make this game a better ball game. Took the shot, unsuccessful.
Wide open. He makes the catch. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Yeah, that's the first one.
Knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not
where we at?
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon. You're seeing that here early.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground.
That's inch.
Most of that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Serving their own territory. On 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. They'll
Oh,
try it on the
middle
ground.
too, bro.
Shakes off the tackle. Really nice, patient job to find some running room by this junior. That time they were in their own territory. That took some lower intestinal fortitude.
And listen, that's what you're going to be.
That's what should be.
You're going to be that kind of offense and be aggressive. But stick with who you are. And apparently, nowadays, when you're going to run in, there really ain't nothing.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point to force the football back into traffic. That's exactly what happened.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Looking to the big
Yes,
tight
man.
end. Pass on the way out. Picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And I tell you what, defensively, you want to set the tone and give up a few plays, but load your neck, got a big turnover. That's what you dream about. You dream about forcing a turnover, especially on the first possession. Offense, it's your job.
Fires to the wideout. He's got him wide open. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. Alabama quickly back to the line.
Really nice play getting that first down. And listen, I know when a lot of people think about the Crimson Tide recently, they think about the success they've had at the quarterback position. The big reason why those guys
What a job to lay out and make the catch. On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. Wants to throw. It's Milrow. He's got it on the run. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. 2nd and goal for this offense. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
It's just so nice to have a center who can make plays through the air, can make plays on his feet like this, runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse. He lets it fly.
They gotta be him.
And the pass is incomplete, and there's a penalty
Wait.
flag down, and no big secret why. That receiver was being mauled.
I was in front. Like, it don't even make sense. season? Oh, for fucking fuck's sake. Update the stream. Bro, too bad pass. That's bullshit, man. hitting him around.
Listen, he's a guy that makes 60-yarders in practice. They give him that opportunity from his big leg. He misses it. The opponent didn't set up the return, so they're going to get the football back now. Pretty good field position. There's still a few ticks left on.
He'll take the deep shot. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. No return coming. He'll draw for the Bearcats. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. So this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. As always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I will believe he's a guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him, so I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that quick ball. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To throw, it's back. Coming after it. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Come to the line, facing third and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants to take the top off. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
Nice job by the receiver working past the stakes. It looked like it was going to be a first down by the offense, but how about the physical play knocking that ball loose?
Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but in early territory, now you turn the football over to the other team. Points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know Jesse had to take a college level there to figure that out.
They'll throw it on first down. Finds a little time. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close. Alabama quickly back to the line. Quarterback checking the play. Dialing up the second down pass play. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And that ball's on the ground behind the line. And this fumble bounces out of bounds.
Second time.
You start to get that offense going, start having success. You got to make sure when you get closer to scoring range, take care of that football. If you don't, they'll switch to you on the sidelines. You in the game.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Back to throw, and it's Milrow. He fires one deep down the right side. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Got room on the return.
Yeah, you got it.
Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And he's going to run it all the way back.
Alright, buddy. Well, I'm getting tired. I appreciate everybody for watching, tuning in. Feel free to like and subscribe, all that good stuff. But I'm burnt out, so